Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Judge Healis. You're here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine today whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that will be imposed upon you. If you're entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You're entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your lawyer know who you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call yet, please let me know. Make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, most importantly, you have the right to remain silent. I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Very good. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward. Melissa Kelly. You want to make an announcement? Okay. One moment, Ms. Kelly.
I just have an announcement from the interpreter's office. Buenas tardes. ¿Alguien necesita ayuda comunicándose español a inglés? Levanta la mano, por favor, si necesita ayuda.
Is there anyone on the female side who needs an interpreter?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. Have a good day. All right, Ms. Kelly, what is your date of birth?
7/3/86.
You are here today for a burglary of a dwelling with a battery. Your bond amount is $25,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. State.
That's right. She has an adjudication in 2010 for retail theft, a withhold 2010 for petty theft, adjudication 2006 for leaving scene of accident property damage. And she is a multi-source offender. I'm showing an adjudication for prostitution and FTA in 2014.
I have an address here on Larkin Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
14098 Andrew Scott Road.
How long have you lived there?
A couple of years. I did move in with a boyfriend, and then just as my parents' house that I moved back into.
Do you have a job?
Not at this time. I just had a baby, and I just lost my baby as well.
I need to order that you have no contact with Sandra Lapine. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have any contact with her, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to set your bond at $10,000, and we're going to see you back to court on January 21st at 1:15. Tammy Smith. Have your date of birth.
August 22nd, 1977.
Okay, you are here today because there's a writ of bodily attachment indicating that you have not paid your child support, that you are severely delinquent on that. Judge Heineman, I didn't ask you anything.
I'm sorry.
Judge Heineman has indicated that as of November 2019, you're close to $13,000 behind in your child support. You're asking for a purge of $477. If you come up with that money, you can get out of jail. Can you come up with that?
No, ma'am, not until like the first week of January.
Well, hold on.
Sorry.
That was a yes or no question.
Yes, ma'am.
I have an address here on Broad Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there an apartment number or a lot number or anything on that?
It's number 23.
The last address from Child Support Enforcement was another address. When did you move?
Right. In April, and I haven't had an address till then, but I'm moving January 15th into a house. But until then, somebody told me I could get a P.O. box for child support. That's only a few weeks.
January 15th, will you be renting a place?
Yes, ma'am. Right here in Brooksville, a house. Me, my son, and my mother. I'm a single mom at home also, besides what I'm going through child support for.
And who's going to be paying the rent on that, your mom?
Me and my mother.
How are you going
Yes.
to pay rent?
Our rent is going to be really cheap. We got it through a friend. We're only going to be paying $300 a month for a 4-bedroom house.
How are you going to be earning money for rent?
My mom is on disability. I'm trying to file for disability because I'm legally blind, and plus I'm in the process of looking for a job.
When was the last time you worked?
I was cleaning houses off and on until my ex stole my ID.
When was the last time you worked?
An actual job or actually cleaning.
When was the last time you made money doing a job?
It's been about 6 months.
Okay. Do you have the address of where you're moving on January 15th?
No, ma'am, I don't.
When you get that address,
I can get it for you.
Stop talking over me. When you get that address, you need to provide it to Child Support Enforcement and the Clerk of Court. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
They need to know where to find you. The reason you're in jail right now is because you've had no contact with them since September 13th when they tried to, when they delivered to you a notice of a hearing that you missed. So the reason that you are in jail right now is because they were not able to contact you. If you had given them all of this information, you would not be in jail. If you continue to avoid them and not give them information, you will continue to find yourself back in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, you're going to be released ROR today.
Thank you so
You
much.
need to make contact with them right away, or you're going to find yourself right back here again. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Cameron Ford. Can I have your date of birth?
Yes, March 25th, 1994.
You are here today for violation of a domestic violence injunction. There's no bond because it's domestic in nature. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No, ma'am.
Are you going to hire private counsel?
No.
Are you going to represent yourself?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to address you on Roval Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Just almost 3 years now.
Do you have a job?
I'm self-employed.
What kind of work do you do?
Production work, video production.
Okay. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Eva Freeth. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever.
Your Honor.
Abide by the injunction.
Sorry, Your Honor. I actually spoke with the victim earlier today, and she requested that these charges be dropped. She has actually just filed a motion to modify the injunction to get rid of it. And given the defendant's minimal history and the fact that the victim is at this moment signing a waiver of prosecution as far as all this is concerned, the state would be making an offer to him for withhold fines and court costs, given those conversations with the victim and given his history.
Okay,
So
so you want to make an offer. If you want to resolve it today, they're just going to offer you court costs and you get out of jail today. Is that what you would like to do?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand?
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
Eva, her and I are working on...
Okay, I don't need to know any of that. All I want to know is if you want to take care of this case today. And the fines and court costs, I believe, would be $550. Do you want to take care of it today?
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that by taking a plea on this case that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those
Yes.
rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay, with regard to this violation of domestic violence injunction, how do you plead? Plead no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest, find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Give you a withhold of adjudication, fines and court costs of $550. You can make payment arrangements for that in room 136 of the courthouse, and you are releasable right after you leave court today, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Randy Fredette. Can I have your date of birth?
October 16th, 1976, Your Honor.
You are here today for a retail theft. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which
Please.
public defender's office? State.
Yes, Your Honor. He just recently had dropped battery and criminal mischief charges because of victim witness issues. He has a dropped felony petty theft in 2019. Looks like two of them, actually. An adjudication in 2018 for 2 counts of violation of pretrial release conditions for domestic violence. Adjudication 2018, another violation of pretrial release for domestic violence. Adjudication 2018 battery. A dropped battery in 2018. An adjudication 2017 for resisting without. Adjudication 2010 for petty theft. Adjudications in 2010 for retail theft and resisting without. And adjudication in 2008 for petty theft. There's adjudication in 2009 for burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, theft, and criminal mischief. And in 98, there's withholds for fleeing, eluding, reckless driving, and resisting without. There's no out-of-state history yet.
Okay. I have an address here on Greenview Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am. I've been staying with no, Your Honor. I've been staying with my father. It's 1157 Desmond Ave, Spring Hill, Florida, 34608.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Just Social Security disability, Your Honor.
Okay.
Me and my wife both received that.
Okay. All right.
Yes, may I speak for a moment?
I don't really need any more information, and I don't want you to say anything about the facts of your case. So I'm gonna set your bond at $4,000. We're gonna see you back to court on January 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Mario Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Can I have your date of birth?
6/22/88.
You were here today. You have a written bond attachment out of Citrus County. The purge amount on that is $1,777. You're welcome to pay that purge amount to get out of jail. But in the meantime, if you cannot pay it, they'll bring you over to Citrus County. When you get there, you can talk to the judge over there about reducing that purge amount, okay?
Oh, you can't reduce it for me?
I'm not going to reduce that for you today. That's going to be up to Citrus County.
Okay, you know how long I gotta sit here and wait?
They should come get you in the next couple days, probably today or tomorrow. Okay, thank you, sir.
All right.
Austin Maltese. Can I have your date of birth?
July 20th, 1997.
You were here today for a DUI. Looks like an enhanced DUI. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Public defender's office. I have an address for you on Shalimar Point in Homosassa.
Yeah.
Is that where you live? Shalimar?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. How long have you lived there?
I've lived up there for the past 4 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, I build cable.
All right. State, anything?
Yes, Your Honor. It's all juvenile, but it is lengthy, so I think it's worth mentioning. He's got an adjudication delinquent for resisting without 2015. Adjudication delinquent for possession of alcohol by a person under 21. In 2015, he's got adjudication delinquent for resisting without violence. And in 2012, he has dropped cases for grand theft, providing false name to Leo, possessing a firearm by a delinquent person, no valid DL. In 2012, he was adjudicated delinquent for resisting without, and he has a dropped carjacking with a firearm possession. He has an adjudication of delinquent for petty theft in 2012. There is another dropped count of carjacking with a firearm possession in 2012. And in 2011, he was adjudicated delinquent for resisting without. There's a null pros for disorderly intoxication, null pros 2 counts of disorderly intoxication. And in 2011, he was adjudicated delinquent for grand theft, 3rd degree. There's a null pros on burglary charges and loitering and prowling. And in 2010, he had adjudication withheld for battery. And in 2010, he had an adjudication withhold of a burglary of a dwelling. And in 2010, another withhold for burglary of a dwelling. I was not provided out of state history either. No.
Okay. All right, Mr. Maltese, I'm going to set your bond at $500. I'll see you back to court on January 24th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Make sure to get in touch with your public defenders.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. Eusebio Ramon. Can I have your date of birth?
11/12/93.
You were here today for child abuse, domestic battery, and culpable negligence. Found probable cause. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the public defender's office? State.
He has PTI in 2017 for battery, adjudication 2017 for DUI first offense, withhold 2017 for assault, and then the rest is delinquency, but again, it's got a few here. Adjudicate delinquents for petty theft and resisting a merchant. There's withholds for retail petty theft and possession of marijuana, less than 20 grams, 2011. There's a withhold in 2011 of battery, and then it dropped battery and domestic violence in 2010.
I have an address for you on Broad Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
A little over 2 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I do masonry work.
Okay. I have in here that you're a shrimper. That's not correct?
No, I did that about 3 years ago.
Okay. Okay, I need to order that you have no contact with Caitlin, Christopher, and Kayleen. Have any contact with any of them whatsoever. Do you understand that?
Is the last name Kalina?
It's got Kalina Ramon. Kalina Ramon.
Yes, that's my daughter.
Okay, you're not going to have any contact, correct?
Okay.
Okay. Have any contact with any of them whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not go within 500 feet of their residence, employment, school, or vehicle. No social media, technological contact whatsoever. Do not have someone else try to contact them on your behalf any way that you can imagine contacting any of them. I forbid you from doing so while this case is pending unless you hear differently from a judge. Do you understand?
I have one question. Am I allowed to go home if she's went to her parents?
Is that her residence? You can't go within 500 feet of the residence that she's living in.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind then.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I've appointed you the public defender, so if you have any further questions, you can talk to your public defender about it, okay? They should be able to answer anything that you come up with.
All right.
All right. Count number 1, the bond's going to stay at $5,000. Count number 2 is going to be $5,000. Count number 3 is going to be $1,000. This is a total of $11,000. We'll see you back on January 21st at 1:15 in the afternoon.
Thank you.
Michael Raposa. Can I have your date of birth?
January 1st, 1968.
You were here today for driving on suspended driver's license. They charged you with a felony. I only find probable cause for a misdemeanor. It looks like your driver's license, you had it suspended in the past, but you got it reinstated, and right now it's only suspended for failure to pay a traffic ticket and failure to have insurance on your vehicle. So you qualify, it looks like to me, for a clerk withhold, and that if you can get those fixed and get your driver's license back, you should be able to come down to the clerk's office and take care of this case pretty easily. In the meantime, I'll find probable cause for a misdemeanor driving on suspended driver's license. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
At this point, no, Your Honor.
Okay, you're going to represent yourself?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. State.
Yes, Your Honor. He has a withhold in 2019 for Willis, second conviction. Adjudication 2011 for expired deal more than 6 months. Withhold in 2011 for the registered motor vehicle. Adjudication 2008 for the registered motor vehicle. Adjudication 2008 for attaching tag not assigned. Adjudication 2008 for deal expired more than 4 months. Adjudication in 2007 for providing false alarm to law enforcement, operating an unregistered vehicle, and having expired license more than 6 months or 4 months. And then there's an older case here from the 90s that involves burglary, tools, conspiracy to burglary, and prowling and loitering that was dropped. He is also an out-of-state offender, Your Honor, if you'd like me to go there as well.
I'm sure. Is it recent? Anything in the last 5 years?
Nothing really in the last 5 years, Your Honor.
All right, I have an address to you on McClin Drive in Plant City. Is that where you live?
Well, in the last 6 months I had moved. That's in my last ID, Your Honor.
Where you living?
It's listed. 38949 Central Avenue, Zephyr Hills.
the zip there?
33540.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, I am.
What kind of work do you do?
Handyman and moving service.
All right. I'm going to ROR you, and we're going to see you back to court on January 21st at 1:15 in the afternoon. Get that driver's license issue taken care of, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jackson Rossman?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Can I have your date of birth?
8984, ma'am.
You are here today for failure to appear on 4 charges in front of Judge Toner on December 6th. It's the possession of controlled substance, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, and driving a suspended driver's license habitual offender. And we also have you here for a violation of probation, where I placed you on probation for the possession of paraphernalia, and there's an allegation that you violated the terms of probation, and probation is requesting 60 days in the Hernando County Jail in order to resolve that case. Did you want to take care of your violation of probation today?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to take the 60 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking a plea, or by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up the right to have a hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up the right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those
Yes,
rights in
ma'am.
order to take care of this today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. With regard to the violation of probation and this possession of paraphernalia in 2019 MM2586, do you admit that you violated?
Yes, Your Honor.
Accept your admission, find it's freely and voluntarily entered, adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation, sentence you to 60 days in the Hernando County Jail. How long have you been in jail on this?
2 days now, Your Honor.
When you initially got the charge, were you arrested or were you given a notice to appear?
I was arrested, Your Honor.
And how many days did you spend in jail when you were first arrested?
I believe it was 3 or possibly 4.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you credit for 6 days that you have in. You will have the cost of prosecution that you need to pay as well as the cost of incarceration for the time that you spend in jail, okay? With regard to the fail to appear in front of Judge Toner, I'm going to set you a bond on those cases at $5,000 each, and we'll see you back to court on January 21st at 1:15.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Justin Van Boy. This was something back, didn't he? Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, Mr. Van Roy, you are here today for violation of probation. It looks like it's out of Hillsborough County. There's no bond on that, so we're going to hold you no bond until Hillsborough County comes to get you on that. When you get there, you can ask for a court date, ask for a lawyer, and ask to resolve your case. And we also have you here for, it looks like you have something going on in Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's see what it is. All right, it's also a violation of probation on some type of assault charge. And Judge Randy McDonald wants you held no bond until you get there. So you have a choice here today on that case out of Texas. The first choice is that you can ask for an extradition hearing. If you ask for that hearing, it'll be set out in about 30 to 60 days. Someone from Texas will come out here, and all they have to show me is that they have a valid warrant for your address and that you are the correct subject of that warrant. If they show that to me, they will take you into their custody at that time. Or you can waive that right and give them 15 days to decide whether they want to come get you on this charge. Do you want to waive the right to a hearing and put Texas on the clock right now and give them 15 days?
Well, I'd rather kind of wait till I get to Hillsborough County and then resolve that out there, and then, you know.
Well, yeah,
When I get,
they're not going to come get you. You'll have to resolve these cases first. But this is just a matter of whether you want to waive that hearing or not. Do you want to waive that hearing?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. They're going to give you some paperwork there at the jail that you need to sign. And by waiving the hearing, that should resolve things a lot faster, too.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Anthony Robert? Mr. Roderick, can you confirm your date of birth?
8/26/1936.
Thank you, sir. You're here today for a retail theft and a trespass. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you, sir?
Yeah.
Do you want me to appoint attorney to help you?
No, it's all right.
You don't want a lawyer?
Yeah.
Yes, you do, or no, you don't? Do you want me to give you a lawyer?
No, it's all
Okay.
right.
All right, are you going to represent yourself?
Yep.
State, see if a prior record.
New adjudication series. In 2015, he was adjudicated for petty theft and trespass, structure conveyance, and then in 2014, he had a withhold for petty theft, showing second offense, but I don't see anything.
Do you have on there, like, he had the 2015 petty theft and trespass? Do you know what the sentence was?
I do not know. I might be able to find it here, but likely not.
All right, you were arrested for a petty theft and trespass in 2015. What happened with that? Did you do jail time?
Yeah, no.
No, what happened? Probation?
No.
Okay. I have an address here on Topaz Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
I didn't understand that.
Do you live on Topaz Street in Spring Hill?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
Quite a while.
Okay. Do you have a job? Are you retired?
I'm retired.
Okay. Any objection to a plea today, or?
No, look, what I'm seeing here looks like all the items were recovered, so it doesn't seem like there'd be restitution issues. I'd be fine with some sort of credit time served, please.
Okay.
Adjudications on both.
All right, sir, do you want to take care of this case? We'll give you the 2 days in jail that you already spent. Do you want to take care of it today?
I didn't understand that.
Does he need a hearing device, or are you just not understanding? Can you not hear me very well?
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you hear her?
Huh?
Can you hear Judge Healis?
A little bit, yeah. I can't tell. You can tell me, you can repeat it to me and I can,
She's going to repeat it to you. Okay.
Is that better,
Your
sir?
Honor, you can repeat it.
yeah, loud, yeah.
Okay, very good. You're here today for a retail theft and a trespass. We want to try to resolve this case today, and we'll give you 2 days jail for the 2 days that you already have in. Do you want to resolve the case today for the 2 days in jail?
Yeah, I can resolve it, yeah.
Okay, do you understand that by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial? You want to give up your right to go to trial in order to take care of this case today?
Let's take care of it today.
Okay. You understand that you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you? Do you want to give up that right in order to take care of the case today?
Take care of it today, yeah.
Okay. With regard to the petty theft and the trespass, how do you plead to those? You can plead no contest.
No contact, yeah, no.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. Offense freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty and send you to 2 days in jail. You will have fines and court costs that you need to pay. You can pay that to the clerk of court, which is downstairs on the first floor of the courthouse. And you're also going to have to pay for the cost of incarceration for the 2 days that you got in jail. But that resolves this case and you get out today, okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Like that's it.
Mark Wilson. Can I have your date of birth?
7/13/65.
Okay, you were here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner that there's probable cause for your arrest. He wants you held no bond until you appear back in front of him on January 21st at 1:15. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. We'll see you back to court then, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks. Mark Wilson.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson. You also have a violation of probation from another case as well. So both of them are no bond and both of them are the same court date, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks. Jeremy McKagan? Can Can you confirm your date of birth with me?
September 19th, 1988, Your Honor.
All right. You are here today for two retail theft charges. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Public Defender's Office, state.
That's right. He has an adjudication in 2019 for petty theft. His adjudication 2015 for leaving the scene of an accident with property damage. Adjudication 2011 for dealing in stolen property. 2 counts of that, Your Honor. And adjudication 2011 for sale of oxycodone. A dropped battery in 2008. Dropped aggravated battery in 2008. And there's a null process on the battery in 2008. There's a withhold for possession of cocaine, looks like 2008. A withhold in 2007 for misdemeanor possession controlled with intent. Withhold in 2007 for possession of marijuana, and then he does have some delinquency history on it.
Okay. I have an address here on Cedar Lane in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
5 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Drywall, water imaging construction.
All right. I'm going to keep your bond the same, and we're going to see you back to court on January 24th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? Reach out to your public defender. All right. Did I get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
You having a custody line?